You know what the irony is? You wouldn't be in this situation if you were a bastard. We need your supplies. Unfortunately, we also need you to die. Can't have Solace keep hearing about us robbing
Try me,
people.
bitch.
You! By the gods, deliver us! They've gone mad. They're destroying everything!
See, you outsiders and your presumptions, always thinking you know how the world works. Let me tell you a secret. I don't trust anyone. I'm just here to do my job. Get out before we use your bones to make Petru a new cage.
Scary! Shiver my timbers!
Oh, a traveler. Just my luck. I've got something to ask you, though. I think I've come across the discovery of a lifetime. At least I will if I can figure out this puzzle. Which I cannot. Can you help me?
Who are you, Spirit? The plague's corrupted the rest of us. The steel garrote. Our minds. Broken. I won't let it take me. I'll keep my sanity. You're... not real! You can't be. No! Go away, Spirit!
A steel garrote did this. You can tell because the cowards ran away. Not saying a word.
Surprise, motherfucker!
You should be here!
Stop right there!
I was worried for a second.
What was that? Stop right there!
Somebody here to meet us. Marius probably knows his way around the tusks better than us. Better than me, at least.
Pass you the roots if you...
Please help me! Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't come. Here? No! The Steel Garrote took them all. I heard them screaming, but... Please. There is a friend of mine hiding in the summit. You have to help me before it's too late.
Let's hope it's not too late. Let's finish this.
How fantastically inconvenient. A cave.
The Steel Garrote left in a hurry. Either they were 2 steps ahead of us, or running for their lives.
These are Pargrunen books. Just beautiful, and wasted on the Steel Garrote. And looks like they're particularly interested in the keep. That must have a deeper meaning. You'd need powerful magic to hide something like that. And I don't think Solace has any spare archmages running around.
It would have to be underground. A secret tunnel, perhaps. Lodwyn must have an informant. There's no other way. We can't allow the Steel Garrote to reach the garden. You are meant to go there, and we are meant to take you. I knew what I signed up for. Sometimes you have to make a mess to clean a mess. And this is certainly a mess.
I'll try to aim away from you with my fireballs.
Trespasser, she defiles our ground. Murderer, she is near.
You will go no further. The garden is under our protection.
And who is going to stop me? The time has come to take the garden.
Wardens will never...
Yesterday, this island suffered in the grip of its own madness. Today, the living lands unites under one flag. One people. One law. One true God.
No! Never!
Tactical nuke incoming!
They've all turned into Dreamscourge.
Invaders in the garden! Don't be shy, envoy! So here you are. Sapadal coaxed you toward the garden, a spider luring a fly to the safety of the web.
Who spins? Who rides? She weaves a trap of steel.
Look at my paladins, envoy. Look what your god has done to us. I should have realized it sooner. The Dreamscourge is Sapadal's weapon. A cudgel to drive us out of the living lands.
I don't believe your god could knowingly wield the Dreamscourge. Their mind is broken, with no capacity for malice.
And no capacity for reason either. Like a child playing with their mother's invention. Isn't that right?
You talk too much. The dead should remain silent.
What a pair we make, envoy. Proxies in a war between gods. Your patron versus my faith. A war that ends here and now. The choice is ours. Do we trust our own judgment? Or do we gamble it all on the monster whispering in your ear? keep your promise to the Emperor. Cut the Dreamscourge off at the root. Permanently.
No!
No matter where we turn, we find the consequences of Sapadal. Plague, blight, madness. The Living Lands hangs by a thread because mortals cannot live in the shadow of a god, much less one that's lost its mind.
Use whatever brain is left in your skull. Mortals have been here for centuries. It's only gotten worse since you arrived.
Well, this god was quite pleasant up until your steel garrote came in and started setting things on fire.
You and I alone can save the Living Lands by destroying the unending madness that is Sapadal.
From her point of view, the answer is obvious. But consider what we know about Sapadal. Or, to be precise, what we don't know. The consequences we've seen are not Sapadal's true nature, but the projections of their tormented mind. Whatever we do, will at least put an end to their imprisonment. Nothing should live in a cage.
I don't know your god all that well, but I know that Lodwyn attacked Fjord without provocation. I'm in no hurry to trust her opinion.
Our time is short. Choose.
Break the bars!
Hear that, you shambling old bag of bones? You decaying cesspit of nightmares?
Oh, that's a big decision. Can't we just talk to them first?
I knew it might come to this. Sapadal has a stronger claim on you than we ever did. Still, I had hoped your wisdom would prevail, if not your loyalty. What a shame to destroy so much potential. You are the key to Sapadal's prison. That isn't your fault. It merely is. And it has to end. Prepare yourself for the beyond.
It's time to do!
You asshole! Coming from upward, watch your left! Oh, that's hot!
motherfucker!
Child split. Let's get this over.
Your reputation is well deserved.
Ha! Take that! That'll teach the Steel Garrote to mess with us. Oh, but she is a death guard. Maybe she won't stay dead. That pulse. The pulse that changed everyone. That was from Sapadal. Have they been the source of the Dreamscourge the whole time? All we can do now is focus on the garden. That's what's important.
Vipers in the knot. The venom drowns us. Save us, please. Touch the Adra. Feel our voice.
I wager those artifacts.
Speak. We would speak to you. They stand outside our prison. We rattle the bars, they do not hear. We scream, they do not answer. Truth, truth, we are in agony. They come, a surging flood of parasites. They destroy us bite by bite. We do not wish this, not again. They eat us alive. Out! Let us out! Set us free! They eat through us, carve us open, no difference. New steel treads upon the ashes of the old. The light stands in the midst, the old light. It blinds us. Send it away. We grow new life, better life. We fill them until they explode. Death is decay. Decay is life. Growth is life. Growth is pain. It hurts. It has always hurt this way. And our pain spreads, and the rot spreads. The plague grows. Not lying, no. We did not remember. We feared your judgment. We did not want to remember. We were nothing once, and then we were. As we woke to the world, we reached out and we found them, the other gods. We thought they would love us, but they flinched from us like we were a flame. The Charged Queen called us an abomination. We tore chasms in the land and boiled its rivers to stop her magfolk, to save our people. How could we have known how fragile their bodies were? She hurt us, killed those who loved us. She wanted us gone, forgotten, destroyed utterly. You and she and all the rest, exactly the same. This was never our fault. Yet she made it our sin. She who caged us. She who called us monster. We thrash and the affliction rises. We scream and the rot spreads. We did not intend to lie. You close your ears. We try to clear the mist. They hurt us. We hurt them back. We hurt them again, again, again. Filled them with the rot of our anguish. Until they understood our agony. Until the soil rang with it. Help us. We were alone until we found you. We cause it, but it is not our way. You would have done the same, you with your rage, you with your hate. Release us, then the rot ends. Bare the throat. This time will be different. We promise, free us. All will be well. We give you another sliver of our power, a piece of us. Do you accept? The parasites who trapped us left a door in the garden's wall. Reach it, and you can set us free. Let us aid you once more. You will see. Go to the stronghold at the edge of the Acid Sea, the one that overlooks our prison. One of the builders knew the way. We grant you our power. Find the wall of the valley across the Acid Sea. It cups our prison in its palm. It waits. We wait. Free us. End our suffering. End yours.
got mad and made a bunch of mindless decisions. Easy when you do it.
That was a close one.
Branch break.
There in the eye! Let's finish this. Couldn't have done it better. We've got company.
Envoy? I've seen Mount Forgia erupt before, but never like that. It's like it was angry, like it was screaming in pain. I don't know what really happened, but I assume Sapadal was involved. Blessed gods. Is it too much to ask to just let us live our lives for a while? It's like they have nothing better to do. Anyway. Not before I've done some reading.
It will sunder all the living lands if we do not put a stop to it.
I know. I felt the lives lost.
It is inexcusable. The forces of nature must be kept in balance. This abuse cannot go unpunished. Power has a cost. If this is how it rules over its domain, it has shown that it cannot be trusted to wield it.
Regrettable. It could have learned from us.
Cannot reach us, nor we it. The damnable Ardra separates us.
We do not disagree, brother. But if we act without thinking, we are no better than... No.
No. What do you mean?
We are too late. I sense a great shift in the Ardra. One of our siblings has moved with terrible strength. What have they done?
May the hunt begin.
It's got a certain charm, doesn't it?
Tell me, where did you learn to hunt?
Early on, I learned from a warden named Ilva.
The adherents have come quietly. They will not take us by force, but with rule and charter.
You're back! What have you found? You found him? How terrible. Renato was the first one I heard. It was always about the adventure for him. Madico, this expedition is cursed. Where did I go wrong?
You sent people out into the wilds with no training and no one to guide them. Maybe take one moment to actually think next time?
They were scholars, not soldiers. It's not the same contract. But still, I'll see that they receive full credit. They won't have died in vain. Thank you, amico. You've helped me shape the course of history. Come back to the shop anytime.
The honor was ours. Some work is too important to be left undone.
You did good, Envoy. I think you brought them peace. Oh, good. Everyone's panicking.
Before all of the Dusks is flooded with lava.
And then what? Start over with nothing? We'd be begging.
I don't like the way that lava is rising.
That's why none built this nuisance. Redirect lava this way.
You think the Locaton have made it out?
He's not the one
Watch
I'm worried
yourself,
about.
Outlander.
Someone's
Sure.
going to have
Keep
to
us
tell
going.
the outpost.
I knew it.
You know it.
The moment I saw that adherent, wherever we go next, I knew it was a bad sign.
Everyone, please, do not panic. Simply exit the keep, quickly and calmly, and...
We're all going to die.
Anything to report? May they have better fortune on their next turn around the wheel. Somewhere far away from here would be a start. I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's everything. Gods above, Envoy. I don't know what to say. Stories of your prowess and generosity will echo throughout the ages, Envoy. Here, take this. Many wardens contributed coin to thank you for the burdens you've relieved from their shoulders. I will make sure your name lives on in our hearts and minds. For as long as Solace Keep stands, you will be remembered.
Garud! Did you see that? That was Kostya who shoved me.
Oh, Marius! Praise Abaddon! You are alive!
What's happening? Why is everyone running around like blessed fools?
The volcano erupted. Any minute now, we're going to be flooded. We're evacuating. Kostya's gone to open the lava sluice gates, but they've been disused for so long. When Forja erupted, I thought... Oh, my boy. I'm so glad you're alive. Envoy, well, I'm glad you survived your trip up the mountain. We're minutes away from being overrun by lava flows. I have to get my people out. You must leave now. We told you, we don't know, and this is hardly the time to be asking.
Then find someone who can help us. We know the path is beneath the keep, and so do the steel garrote. They would have stormed the walls by now, but the Dreamscourge got them first.
They're all dead, by the way. You're welcome.
The steel garrote were marching on the keep? How? Why would they think the garden was beneath Solace? Why didn't you tell me? You should have reported your findings. It makes sense. They must have used the book to triangulate its location. But still, Kostya's scouts would have seen them and they didn't report. You weren't lying then. He was. Good God.
Could Kostya have told the steel garrote about another entrance to the garden?
No. If such a thing existed, I can't believe it. He wouldn't. We took an oath to Nandru. The garden was our sacred duty, and he betrayed us. I can't believe I didn't see this coming. I was a fool. I have failed my duties. Kostya. I knew he was making overtures, but I didn't think he'd go that far. The ambassador has not responded to Kostya's overtures, has he? I made sure of that when I threw the ambassador's replies in the forge fire. I understand how Kostya could be tempted by false notions of freedom and prosperity, but... Oh, this is entirely too much. How could he have done this? I can't believe Kostya handed the steel garrote a secret we protected for hundreds of years. We to Mayu. Who knows what he'll do with the sluice gates? He cares so little for the keep that I worry he's going to have us drowning in lava. I will. Abaddon stay my tongue if I betray him, but I will. I will show you where Kostya has gone. If you find that he's doing anything other than opening the gates that would protect our home from the lava, I would ask that you stop him.
Mihala.
I do not wish to see him dead, but if he would risk the keep, then he risks our lives. I cannot suffer those who would harm us to live. Now I must return to the evacuation, and you must go on your way. Let's hope we don't need your wishes. If your arrival is indeed a message from Nandru, I hope he remembers his people well. I hope he is proud of us. And Marius, make it back to us in one piece.
I assume that's an order, Commandant?
Head through the door in the smithy. You'll find Kostya in the lava tubes beneath the keep. Go now, and go with the gods.
They went...
There's a beauty to this place. Maybe because it's a place engulfing its tusks I've never been.
Much as I want to study the life forms around us, we shouldn't tarry.
Magma's getting awfully high. You might want to hurry.
Bravo!
Kostya isn't going to wait around for us. Keep moving. Kostya left them behind to die. Blessed Korba. That was fun.
Voices silenced.
We need to keep moving if we're gonna catch Kostya.
return.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Come on! Come all! Gather round!
Come and get me.
Marius, look alive!
Eyes right.
Kostya doesn't care who dies. That Korba must be stopped.
That's done? Who's hungry?
If Kostya knew about this, he'd be selling tickets. We too.
Daylight. Essence we have not felt in centuries. It cannot be.
My brother, soul of my soul.
Huh?
How did you find me here? I have been here for so long. No one came looking. Andrew, you are blessed, my fellow Parkronan said. But I did not come here to meet Sabadal. I am hiding from them. I remember it all. I feel Sabadal's mind beneath yours, swimming in the deep. You should run. That was the name my mother gave me. But that was never what they called me. To them, I was beloved. An endearment my God wielded against me like a cudgel. I would have killed them with it if I could. But they were beloved of me, too. No. Nor will they here, where we symbol to them. I pray my soul disintegrates to dust, to tatters. I pray my soul is lost and never found again. True death will be a relief, if it at last allows me to know silence. A child keeps a beetle in a jar. He does not know the beetle requires air, sustenance, freedom. He does not understand that if it shakes the jar, pulls off a wing, the beetle will be hurt. The child only wants to keep the beetle. It feels good to have control. We are both souls in a jar. Yours is just bigger than mine, for now. That was the name they gave themselves, stolen from the ancient souls whose deaths gave rise to them, to us. We were little more than appendages to them. That is why I must ask you to destroy them. You have seen them, as I have. Memories of their ancient, chosen children. Rips in the fabric between the here and the beyond that allow the dreams of the dead to leak through. Memories of the Akida. People like you, or I, who loved Sabadal and were betrayed by them. This land was once a jungle, rich, alive. I saw it through their eyes. The people tried to look after themselves, to rely less on Sabadal. But to be relied upon was all their god desired. They felled a tree, and for that slight, Sabadal turned their world to ash, ignited the breath in their lungs, and made their people into dust. Sabadal burned the world, and the people who revered them suffered for it. So that I would be confronted every day with what our God had done. So that I would not grow weak and give in. So that I would not go to them and do what they have asked of you. So that I would never set them free. No, their final death came later. A gift to the Akida from the true gods, who wish to bring their children back to them. Back to her. The rightful queen, Wodiga. She is the center. The center of everything.
Are you sure about that?
Anything that lives can be made dead. Even a soul comprised of 1,000,000 souls can be compelled to rot. The true gods have waited centuries to help us. You, my brother, who are more brave than I, go now to the garden and hang the gardener from their tree. Your mind cannot understand it, but your soul, when the opportunity is before you, it will know what to do. You need only walk a little more. You are nearly at the end. You know, I always meant to die down here. siphon my soul into a lonely pillar, disconnected from the stone that makes our world. Disconnected from them. I only hope that Sabadal releases you to the same long peace. It is only a door, carved and warded by my own rough hands. It knew me. It will know you, because the same thorn tears at us both. I do not know my end. In that I find a peace beyond any even the true gods can dream of. Do not thank me. Only do as I asked. Destroy them, brother. And when you see Wodika, tell her I said hello.
Strange. Phantasmal focus picked up something, but it's gone now.
Envoy, you alright? We lost you there for a bit. Not like before.
Enemy of Solace. Whatever you choose to do with him after we stop him is fine with me.
The sluice gates are just ahead. Kostya's probably already there. Let's move. Lava's rising. We have to stop this now.
Good. You're here. Help me destroy this witch. We can't risk someone turning and opening the gates. If the keep falls so that we might live, so be it. Yes, exactly! I'm saving my people, Envoy. With your help, or without it. So long as the keep stands, my people are trapped here. Doomed by an oath to a dead man. Our people were nomads for ages until we built the keep. When it falls, we'll be free to explore the world again. I will not watch my people rot here for the sake of a pointless oath. Then my conviction only grows stronger, Envoy. Nandru never wanted what was best for us. He built us a tomb and abandoned us to it. Do not speak his name to me as if it could mean anything to you. Ha! Finally! Proof she's got a spine. Well, Envoy, now's your chance. Are you going to be a good little minion and do as she asked? Or will you let me save my people from themselves?
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
A life for rubble, blood for the prison of old ways. We twine.
Stand down, Kostya. This just isn't your day.
So be it. And you are so close. The entrance to the garden is just beyond this door. I always knew it would come to this.
Let's finish this. Your reputation
distinction is well deserved.
Done. Solace is safe. Thank the gods. Never thought I'd be so glad to see those blessed walls.
Again.
Wait to me. I've never been happier to see the keep
I
standing
told
tall.
you. I knew that Adiran was a blessing.
You did not say that.
We're alive. We're alive. Yes.
I still can't believe that sucker.
What happened, Adiran? Is everyone all right? It doesn't matter. An oath is an oath. I swore it, and so did my people. Tell me about the keep instead. I don't care, Envoy. Keep your blasphemies to yourself. Tell me about the keep. It is all I can ask for. Thank you. I cannot explain how afraid I was for my people and our home. Perhaps so. Either way, I understand now the nature of my errors. It will not happen again. Here. I once was this artifact's custodian, but I failed in protecting the keep. This belongs to one who has proven capable of guarding my people. I wish so much that things had gone differently. Marius, could I speak to you?
Right, did she just ask that? Or am I having another nightmare? Good. Let's save the hugs and tears for another time. Okay, let's hear it.
I'm so glad you're safe and that you're surrounded by good people.
All right. Waiting for the but?
There's no but waiting. That's all I wanted to say. Truly. I am genuinely happy you found friendship, Marius. You always deserved more than the world gave you. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, you've always given me more than I deserved.
It was a true thing.
I feel crazy saying this, but Kostya was right. We should have let Solace Keep fall.
Crazy is one word for it. You really think you can just burn down someone's ancestral home?
Dearie, the keep isn't a home. It's a prison. And now the Pargrunen will never escape.
Solace is my home. I still don't get why any of you feel like you have a say in this.
But you left.
Because I chose to. Kostya doesn't get to make that decision for everybody.
If Kostya doesn't, Mihala will.
Exactly.
The Pargrunen have always had the choice to leave, and we've seen very few take it, dear.
Amalia and her people took up arms and turned to banditry, and they still weren't allowed to leave. If anything, I imagine Mihala and her traditionalists will only make it harder to leave now. You know your own mind. There's something to be said for that.
True. And you've a date with the gods soon. We can only hope that you'll make better decisions.
Enough talking in circles. Let's save our strength for the garden. I, for one, could use a long rest. And I'm betting the envoy could, too.
I know, I'm excited too, dearie. But we need our beauty sleep, don't we? I'm starting to suspect that every single leader in the Living Lands is incompetent. Truly, is there no vetting process? Hopefully those in Solace Keep will choose their leaders with more care in the future. But we should check on Marius. I'll make him some soothing perfume, but I think a few words from you would help too. Well, of course, I'm not suggesting it's always a fix for issues. But those poor Pargrunen are clearly prisoners of their traditions. I think getting rid of the keep could have helped more than they realized. I do not envy the Pargrunen in any case. Meeting that council gave me a new appreciation for Vidaro. Well, Fjord has already been burned to the ground, so that's half the work already, I suppose. Barrett's balls. What a nightmare. We're losing focus on the important things. Things like the garden. Oh, come on, Envoy, let's get going. How can I help, darling? I'm starting to suspect that every single leader in the Living Lands is incompetent. Truly, is there no vetting process? Hopefully those in Solace Keep will choose their leaders with more care in the future. But we should check on Marius. I'll make him some soothing perfume. Well, but though I think I do meeting. There's all. Oh, come on. How can I? Tired already, Envoy? Well, I'll see you in the.
Envoy? Blacked out at that Audra and the lava tubes beneath Solace. But it seemed different somehow. Right. I actually believe you. This is madness, Envoy. You spoke to the founder of Solace. Well, that's not what I was expecting. People in Solace always claim they're speaking the word of Nandru. And here you are, actually hearing from the man. Doesn't even really matter what he said, if you ask me. There are hundreds of Pargrunen who'd give anything to hear Nandru's voice. Huh. Blessed stay impressive is what that is. Envoy, what do you need? You too.
I must admit, I had my doubts about Solace. It was like a dungeon, except the wardens were the prisoners. You could have helped Kostya destroy the keep, but you left it standing. Why? I agree. A decision like this belongs to the community, not the ambitions of one man. Even if Solace isn't going anywhere, I think your arrival was a sign of changes to come. Wherever you go, you break people out of their habits. You banish the old ways. And its disadvantages. Someone is always watching you. Wherever that power comes from, whether it's your heritage or political status, it's a terrible burden. I don't envy you, but at least you keep things interesting. Not before I've done some reading. Let me get this straight. You spoke to the spirit of Nandru, a godlike, same as you. What did he say? Any advice? Any words of encouragement? Oh. I take it that wasn't what you expected. I should have seen this coming. Never listen to the dead. They're cynical, full of regret, and determined to make us all miserable. Thankfully, you're still alive. Fate is in your hands. What happened to Nandru was ages ago. Plenty of time to reconsider one's choices. No one is closer to Sapadal than you are. Nandru lost that privilege when he died, which means you alone can judge the god of the living lands. Your opinion is the one that counts. A caged animal lashes out at friend and foe alike. For what it's worth, I think you're going to be fine. No matter what you do about Sapadal, it can't get any worse. I wish I could say the same for the living lands. Pleasant dreams.
Closer. We have waited so long.
Well, this is it, I guess. Feels very different from the last time I left Galawain's tusks. I will say, it's nice to look out and see Solace still standing. Thanks for that. Right. It's better that an Adiran envoy do it.
Solace is still standing. And so are you. We're in this together.
Just so you know, Kai, it's starting to sound like you like me.
If you happen to need a reminder, do let us know. Brooding in silence can be quite the mood killer.
Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fjord, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention, after we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us. If you had signed up for this, I'd question your sanity, dearie.
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale to me.
I hear you. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plans and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
Can you imagine? An untouched spiritual wilderness just waiting for us. I have a theory about the garden, or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind.
Sanity won't get us through the garden. Madness opens the mind to discovery. So madness is what we need right now. Before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to free Sapadal, set them loose upon the world. Is that still the plan? You're not the only one. Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of the living lands, and the island has suffered for it. No matter what the Inquisitor said, I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make here. Just the one you believe in. Putting an end to Sapadal's imprisonment, one way or another. Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature. If you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsley, if you feel like running back to Quilichi, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilichi that I missed out on the most exciting part.
And you don't have to. We pull together, and that's plenty.
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Well, let's go then. We can't keep your god waiting.
So, this is it. The spiritual epicenter of the living lands. Where it all began, and where it all ends. For so long I have looked out on a horizon full of possibilities. Now that it's here, I'm too scared to breathe. Ugh, why am I so anxious? I think that I'm juggling so many variables that it's impossible to focus on even one. Do you remember when Manto Pastor sent you after the heart of an Adragan? It feels like only yesterday you were running errands for me. We've come a long way. We are standing in the beating heart of the living lands. Just imagine what we can do with it. I almost turned my back on animancy. And if I'm being honest, it was a relief. But now that we're here, who am I to reject my upbringing, my potential? My parents were going to build a better world for animancers. That dream was their legacy to me. You and I have come farther than they did, to an impossible place where anything can happen. Anything. I'll try to remember that. I don't know what's going to happen, but you've had my back since the beginning. I won't forget it. Well, that depends. I know a few spooky stories about the living lands. They may or may not have anything to do with the garden.
Okay, but if something goes bump in the night, I'm waking you up.
Let me think of a good one. There are so many, I can't decide. Which do you want to hear first? I know one about a ranger's dream, one about a haunted well, and one about a golden city. One sunny day, a ranger took a nap in the woods of Emerald Stair. He awoke to a forest of dead trees, the night sky full of unfamiliar stars. After getting his bearings, he walked in the direction of Fior Messivernal, but the settlement was gone. In its place was the most beautiful garden, hills bursting with flowers, the grass as soft as Valiant silk. Enchanted by this vision, he bent to pick a rose, but its thorn cut like a knife, severing 3 fingers. Then, a voice filled his head, shouting, "Go now, before the land takes you, body and soul." He awoke in his own bed, a wilted rose clutched in his 2-fingered hand. Perhaps, but that's what I like about it. Of course. Which one did you... Once upon a time, a young girl left town to fetch water from the local well. After pulling up the rope, she discovered the head of a Delimgan, one of the tree folk, staring at her from the bucket. "Return me to my grove," it said, "and I will grant you 3 wishes." So she carried the head into a peaceful clearing and sat it down on a tree stump. First, she wished for long life. The head granted her wish. Second, she wished to be impervious to a sword blade. Granted. And finally, she wished to know what happens after we die. No one ever saw her again. All they found was an Adra pillar in the middle of a clearing, next to an old stump. Only a fool ignores a fable. Even the silliest ones hide a bit of truth. Of course. Which one did you have in mind? Many years ago, when Fior Mesiverno was barely a dot on the map, an animancer got lost in the wilderness. He came upon a pair of ancient trees, their trunks and branches intertwined. A strange light shone in the space between the trees, and beyond that light, a city of gold. So the animancer returned with an axe to chop the trees apart and fit his body through the narrow gap. But with every blow of his axe, the towers of the golden city fell. The walls crumbled, the lights flickered out. By the time he made it through, there was nothing left. Only the bones of a once mighty civilization. As for the two trees, they were dead, hacked to splinters, leaving him no path back the way he came. Very perceptive. What do you think it is? I have my own opinion, but I'm curious about yours. As an animancer, I hear that one a lot. These stories might not shine any light on the garden, but they could inform the way we think about it. First, the garden is beyond all mortal understanding. If you think you're safe here, you're not. And second, when you walk into the unknown, make sure to bring a friend. Life is full of such contradictions. I say it's better to acknowledge them rather than pretend they don't exist. Hey, you're a good listener. Not everyone has the patience to hold their questions to the end. Alas, that is all I can tell you about the garden. For now, at least. Who could rest at a time like this?